Welcome to the show radio. And now, here is your host, Andrew Alliance.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andrew from The Show Radio. Welcome to this episode 237 of The Show Radio. Forging intentional relationships while I cover tech, gaming, and entertainment. So welcome to the show. Wherever you're listening from, I really do appreciate it. Whether it's east, west, north, south, I really do appreciate it. Definitely head over to theshowradio.info for my archives of past shows. And you can also subscribe on iTunes at theshowradio.info/iTunes. Once again, that's theshowradio.info/iTunes. So welcome. This is the actual review. The review I've been waiting to do for a little bit, for Dead or Alive 5 last round. Dead or Alive 5, I guess just a little history just to set it up, is one of my favorite titles as far as a 3D shooter of all time, really, to date. I really enjoyed the title. I definitely want to say thank you to Team Ninja, Team Koei, that wonderful team over there, for continuing to support my show, theshowradio.info. I definitely appreciate it for everything that the guys and gals, everybody, what they do over there. But before I actually go into the review, I definitely want to do, my sponsors. Definitely ProXPN. Head over to theshowradio.info/ProXPN and use the promo code SHORAM for 20% off of the lifetime of your account. Definitely check that out, which is a wonderful service. As far as the VPN, I continually use it on my phone or on my PC. It definitely does what it's supposed to do as advertised. Love it. So definitely check that out. Also, Audible. Audible has over 150,000 titles as far as audiobooks are concerned to choose from. Get your first audiobook free with a 30-day trial. Sign up today at theshowradio.info/audiobook and definitely check that out. And last but not least, where my show is run and powered by Bluehost, which is built on open source technology and one of the world's largest providers of cloud-based online solutions. The Show Radio is powered by Bluehost. Definitely sign up at theshowradio.info/Bluehost. So excited, as you can tell. I'm kind of hyped right now because I love this game. I love this title. I've been playing it ever since Dead or Alive 2. So I've followed through from 2 to 3, 4, 5 Ultimate to now 5 last round. I definitely want to do a history first of the game. If you remember, Dead or Alive started as a 3D fighter back in 1996 in the arcades. It sold over 8.6 million units worldwide, and around September 2012, 7 years of a sabbatical, they finally released Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, and it's stunned everyone around the world as far as one of the most realistic 3D fighters to date, and it is still absolutely incredible. And in 2015, they released Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. As you see it now, as you've experienced, many of you have probably already played the title. It is one of the best 3D fighters. It can be argued, but if we're honest, it's definitely one of the top 3D fighters to date. Honestly and realistically speaking, right? So it's been featured in several tournaments, as you guys already know, with the Fall Classic back in 2014, and the series actually continues to grow with Battle Royale 2015 series tournament, and it is pretty dope. It is the first fighter, 3D fighter on the next gen hardware. So definitely want to give it its props for definitely doing that. So I have notes here. I definitely want to give my notes first as far as the actuals and factuals of the game, and then from there, what I'll do is I'll just wrap up with one or two things that I think the game is hot for or not hot for, and then that's it. That's pretty much how the review is gonna go. It's nothing extravagant, nothing drawn out. Graphics are dope. The game is dope. The story is really you just fighting through to check out the characters. So it's a fighting game. That's what it is. But it is the most comprehensive, content-packed Dead or Alive title to date. The AI was rebalanced, easier for newcomers, as well as provide vets with the run for their money if they want to fight, on harder difficulty levels and things of that nature. It is the largest roster of characters in any DOA game to date with 34 characters. I counted 36. Maybe I'm off, but it's 34 is a lot. So definitely check that out. Training modes include tutorial, combo challenge, and free training. Fight modes include versus, arcade, time attack, survival, and team fight. The new character is pretty interesting. Raidu, I hope I'm saying that right. It's a newly revived character from the first Dead or Alive, a boss character, and then the new character Honoka, which is a Japanese girl that actually learns your moves as you fight her. Very interesting characters indeed. Skin shader was updated in this game. There's over 400 open and unlockable costumes, and all that stuff, accessory stuff. Definitely check that out. If you have previous DLC from the past game, Ultimate, you can actually transfer that to your current gen. So PS3 to PS4, Xbox 360 to Xbox One. Definitely check those things out. Dynamic stages are awesome, or they may not be so awesome if you are not good in the game, right? So if you get hit around those dynamic stages, you may not like that if you are not, very good in this game. So as far as like frames per second, scaling and all those things, it is running at 1080p at 60 frames per second. It is absolutely beautiful. I mean, every time I play the game, I'm like, wow. It's not like I didn't play Ultimate, but this game is just beautiful. I mean, everything about it is beautiful. Okay, so if you're a fan of 3D fighting games, it's definitely something I think you should check out. As far as like price points, it's $39.99 for PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. Okay, so I kind of give a little, thoughts here and there about the game. I'll say this: the bad. When the game was first released, it had a lot of issues going online. So the online portion was actually a little broken. There was some bugs there. So I definitely want to mention that. So I don't think you'll experience that now if you get the game, because there was a patch release to, I guess, rectify and fix those things. I think the patch, if I remember, was about 134 megabytes, give or take, for Xbox One, because I'm playing on Xbox One and it's absolutely fantastic. So that's the bad, which is patched now. The good is everything else, the multiple characters, the fact that the game is reasonably, priced at $39.99. I think it's not the full $60 price point, since Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate is pretty much this game, like 1,000 times better. You know what I mean? So definitely look at that. I definitely want to mention a couple of things about the online. The online, you have over 1,000 titles that you can earn. You can do background matchmaking. Keep playing the single player mode until a suitable opponent is found. You can definitely do that. Grade points can be earned. Character points can be earned. Online tag teams can be done. Up to 16 players can join a lobby in the online mode. And overall, you could do also spectator mode. You can watch replays and stuff like that with AI versus AI fights. You can do that. Movies, you can watch a story scene, as well as victory and loss animations for the characters, and fight record. You can actually see how well you're doing overall as far as your Dead or Alive 5 last round career is concerned, right? Because everybody's concerned about their win-loss ratio, all that good stuff. So overall, I would say it's definitely a game that should be in your library. And here's why I say that. It should be in your library because if you're a 3D fighting person, okay, you played Virtua Fighter, any 3D like games, definitely consider checking out Dead or Alive 5 or Dead or Alive period. If you've never checked out any Dead or Alive, this is the one you should check out. Also, I guess, as I'm thinking about this out loud, when I went into the settings for music, I was able to play the music from the previous Dead or Alive games up to the current game, which is Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. I don't know if that was something that was introduced in the previous Dead or Alive 5, which is Ultimate, but I thought that feature was really pretty cool. Just listening to different tracks and stuff like that. And you can actually change the tracks from what it is currently, Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, to a previous track from another game for that particular mode. So in a lobby, you could change the track for the lobby. A particular character, you could change that. A stage, you could change that, et cetera, et cetera. So overall, if you're familiar with the actual fighting system of Dead or Alive, I guess I can touch on that real quick. It forms a triangle, which is, I think to me it was boring at first because I didn't get it. But as I really did some research and some reading on it, it's pretty interesting. So it's a triangle system: strikes, throws, and holds, right? The strikes beats the holds, the throws beats the strikes beats the throws beats the holds, and the holds beats the strikes. So if you understand that and you understand what the enemy's going to throw at you, you probably will be okay in the game. So overall, 1080p, 60 frames per second, an absolutely gorgeous game. $39.99, PS4, Xbox, what did I say? PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. My Xbox just came on when I said that. Stop listening, please. It's not going to listen to me right now. But yeah, so this is real time, folks. You know, I'm recording this real time while the Xbox is on. And actually, I was watching some versus fights for Dead or Alive last round before I started recording this actual episode, which is episode 237. So I'm wrapping it up right now. So thanks for listening, guys. Definitely check out theshowradio.info. It would mean a very, very. I'd be so happy if you did that. I'd be very, very happy if you did that. So what you can do though, the greatest compliment that you can give me is by leaving a review on iTunes. Those are definitely appreciated. And guys, thanks for listening. This is my review for Dead or Alive 5 last round. My verdict, definitely get it. $39.99, you can't beat that. So guys, thanks for listening and see you next time.
You're listening to The Show Radio. Visit our blog at theshowradio.info. Subscribe and rate us on iTunes at theshowradio.info/iTunes. theshowradio.info/iTunes.